Welcome to the Don't Get Fooled Show with Big and Ace NFL Week 5. Let's go, Ace.
All right, boys and girls, NFL Week 5 Cinco. Really like the slate of games. It's going to be a juicy weekend. Feeling really good about the week. Before we get into the episode, Big Ree.
Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, join the membership.
Join the membership. Get your membership. Get those bonus picks. And get your merch. Get your merch. I'm throwing on a brand new, fresh DGF shirt, Big Ree. Feels good. Fit is good. Just opened this up today and feeling good. So I'm feeling good, man. I got my new shirt on and feeling good about the week, Big Ree. Before we get into a recap of last week, boys and girls, we got the quote of the day. The quote of the day is, never confuse a single defeat with a final defeat. Once again, never confuse a single defeat with a final defeat, by F. Scott Fitzgerald, a writer. Big Ree, what do you think about that quote?
Yeah, it's fabulous.
How do you interpret that, or how do you feel about that?
It's great. You're going to take L's, I mean, in everything in life, but don't go until you go down. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Absolutely, Big Ree. Tolan, like a real wise person right there, is, look, there's going to be defeats. You're going to have a bad week. You're going to have 2 bad weeks. But that doesn't mean the season is defeated. You know what I mean? And, you know, NFL teams, NBA teams, they lost once or twice and they just said, that's it. You know, that's not how it works. So you can't let one defeat feel like you're just defeated in life. You know what I mean? Whether you don't get that job, you know, you get rejected. There's a lot of stuff this can relate to. Just remember that. It's just a defeat, and you move on, and it's not the final defeat.
Yeah.
And so can actually, you know, we can relate that to the, you know, the week that I had last week. It was a defeated week for me, that's for sure. Even though we went 2-2-1 on the video. You went 2-0, Big Ree. Yeah. You had the Jets. That was a nice pickup. And then what was the second game that you had? The Cowboys. Yeah, that was both of those are really comfortable ones. And then I went 0-2-1. Had the Broncos. They pushed, came back and pushed -3. The Saints was just a doozy of a pick. Those guys, there's something seriously wrong with that offense.
Your boys.
And then Pittsburgh mustered up 53 total yards in the first half. Those guys just doozy. Bonus member-only video picks went well. We went 2-0 on the bonus picks. We went 2-1 on the teaser plays, not the teaser picks, the overall plays. Like, we gave 3 2-team teasers, so we went 2-1 on those. 5-1 overall on the 6-point teasers, and then we gave 1 money line parlay. We lost that. We hit 3 out of the 4 legs. We had we had the Broncos money line, we had Detroit money line, Eagles money line, and the last one was the Pittsburgh money line, and that just crushed us. But that was going to be a one to pay, I think, 5-1 on your cash. So, but overall, you know, the Survivor hit. We had the Chargers on the Survivor, so member-only picks were good, and average week on the weekly episode. But feeling really good about Week 5, Big Ree. Let's get into a recap. You know, the Lions beat up on your team, the Packers, on Thursday night last week, 34-20.
Yeah, I wasn't too mad about this. They were down big going into half, and then they came back.
They had some fight.
I want your opinion on this. I've never seen this in my life. There's a field goal kicked. It's good. Goes to commercials. Come back. There's a flag. Announcer Al Michaels even said the Lions kicking team was ready to come on. The Packers return team was ready to come on the field.
I don't know. I remember seeing there was some mix-up there. What was going on? There was some discussion. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
It was a penalty, but you don't call it like that late.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. So what's your thought there? You think there's some conspiracy theory going on?
I don't know. I mean, something's got to be going on, because then Packers are only down 13. They have some momentum.
Yeah. I don't know, Vigri. You could be onto something, but
I'm not saying. I'm just saying I've never seen
it's
that
just
before.
interesting. Yeah, I've never seen it before either, and I remember there was a lot of confusion when they came back from the commercial, like what's going on. But But
kudos to the Lions that they were the better team. Absolutely,
they looked good. But Packers, they put up some fight. You know what I mean? It looked like it was completely done.
I'm just happy they didn't go down without a fight.
Yeah,
that's all I'll say.
Yeah, I mean they put up 17 points in the second half and looked like a team that was at least trying hard. Jaguars beat the Falcons in London. They they got a good W there.
Right.
Bills beat the Dolphins 48-20. Big Ree. Dolphins got spanked by 28 after putting up a 70 burger.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this game? This is a big game of the week.
That's what happens when you're going up against an elite quarterback from the league, and but yeah, the Bills just whooped them all around.
Yeah, but what do you think about the Dolphins? They lost by 28. You were really excited last week about the Dolphins. Really excited.
It happens. When you're going up against an elite quarterback, I mean, what can you do?
No, but I'm just saying your team lost by 28 points. The Dolphins lost by 28. Mike McDaniels and the Dolphins lost by 28 points.
It's one game, like you said.
28 points.
No one's going to remember that.
But 28 points, Big Ree.
No one's going to remember
you were
that.
super excited about them last week.
Yeah, and a lot of other people were too.
Super excited. They got, just spanked. Spanked by 28 points.
I'll make you a bet right now.
28 points. What?
I'll make you a bet right now. They'll win this week.
You're not going to get me this week. You're not going to get me this week, Big Ree, okay? But look, I'm not going to bash the Dolphins. I think we gotta give the Bills credit. Everybody knew the Bills were a better team here. There's no way you put up 70 points and you're an underdog, right? So that was already clear, and I mentioned that in the last video. And I was like, there's a reason why they put up 70 and they're still an underdog. Josh Allen, I want to give him credit. He's after that terrible week 1, he's stepping up. And I told you this, Big Ree, that before you were bashing me that I like the Bills to make the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
I did say that.
Yeah.
And they're looking good. Obviously, if I wanted to pick, I would like the Dolphins to make the Super Bowl. I would like, 2 on the Dolphins, but they got to clean up this, defense. Their defense is horrendous.
A great Super Bowl would be Dolphins-Niners. That's what I would want to see.
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
Yeah.
That would be fun to watch. But we'll get into the Niners in a little bit. But yeah, the Bills, and I'm not going to knock. Look, Mike McDaniels, I'm not going to knock him yet. This is week 4, and they're 3-1, and so look, they're playing well. No one expected them to win this game in Buffalo. Nobody. Yeah. I don't think anybody thought they were going to lose by 28.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to tell you I thought it was going to be a 28 point. I thought it'd be maybe 7 to 10 points. That's what I thought.
Stephon Diggs had a hat trick. Him and Josh were really connecting.
But look, congrats to Bills. Broncos 31-28. What's going on with the Broncos, Big Ree?
I don't know. At this point, I'll say no matter what happens at this point, Russell Wilson is gone at the end of the season.
Are you serious?
100%.
You're calling it?
100%.
That he's gone?
Yeah, there's multiple reasons.
Why? Tell me. Yeah, I'm interested.
Sean Payton is not. It seems like him and Sean Payton don't get along.
Okay.
And 2, there's new ownership. The ownership that bought the team did not sign Russell Wilson or trade for him. Excuse me. So, some team will take on his contract. Even though he hasn't played good, he just doesn't seem to fit there.
I think those are 2 very interesting points. Very good points, actually. The new ownership, and then if there's some friction or lack.
It's either you're going to fire Sean Payton or trade Russell Wilson.
They're not firing Payton, that,
so
right?
it's one or the other.
But I think there's still a chance for a turnaround here.
There's a slight chance.
Look at Wilson. He's not playing bad.
He's not playing bad.
He's actually not playing bad. He had 3 touchdowns last week? He's not playing bad. Their defense, the thing is, their defense is
exactly.
They're the bottom in every category.
For sure, their defense sucks this year.
But how do you go from the top 5 defense in every category to the bottom 5 in every category?
I don't know. But unfortunately, Russ is getting all the blame.
He is, but
the finger is going to be pointed at Russ.
But he's looking pretty good. Obviously, it's skewed because they got spanked by Miami, right?
Yeah.
But I think the big problem here is they got no run game. This guy Carter sucks. Not Williams, Javonte Williams. That guy's horrible.
What about Jaleel had a big game?
Jaleel McLaughlin.
Yeah.
That guy out of North Dakota State. That guy looks like I would rather give him more touches and let him go off because this other guy Williams sucks. Like he should not be starting.
UNC, right?
Yeah, this guy should not be starting at all.
What about P. Ryan?
That guy's the third stringer. I think they gotta trade for another running back. Maybe go for JT from the Colts, but I think if you get established some kind of run game there, I think these guys. I still think these guys can make the playoffs. I still think Denver can make the playoffs there.
Yeah, the odds are against them.
I mean,
you'll get good odds on that right now.
Yeah, I bet. But I'm just saying, you're down 28-7, then you come back and win.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I mean, look at Justin Fields. This guy was 20 at one point in the game, Big Ree. Justin Fields was 23 for 24, 290 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 INTs. Do you understand how crazy that is? How crazy is that stat line for Justin Fields? Then he ended I think 26 for 35. So, he obviously didn't end the game well, but I mean, unreal. Kudos to him. You can't blame him. He did what he had to do, but
I think the Bears haven't won a game in almost a year.
Probably. These guys are just horrible. What was their final record last year? They had the number 1 overall pick. Were they 2-14 or 2-15 or I think 3-14 or something like that?
Something like that. They have the number 1 and 2 pick right now. That's the silver lining for them.
Oh, so they got
the Panthers pick and they have their pick.
Interesting. Well, if you get the number 1 pick, you got to draft Caleb, right?
Yeah.
100%?
Yeah.
I agree. 100%. 100%. There's no chance. This is kind of like, you remember, was it a few years ago where the Cardinals drafted Josh Rosen 10th overall? You remember that? Josh Rosen 10th overall, and then they actually got the first pick and they drafted Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Like they said, you know what? Who cares? We're gonna let it go. We're gonna move on, and we're gonna get Kyler Murray. And so look, I think that was interesting. I know we're getting our cameraman is giving us some info on how the Bears actually did last year, but yeah, look, I think you got to cut bait if it doesn't play out. But it's still a long season. There's still 13 games in the regular season. Ravens beat up on the Browns without Deshaun Watson, 28-3.
A curveball.
I think everybody that waited to, find out that Watson's not playing, they cleaned up. This is a game I want to talk about. Titans 27-3 over the Bengals, Big Ree.
Yeah, I mean, I said it. Joe Burrow's just not himself. I mean, I didn't say it on here, but I said it on the Z-Ball podcast. Joe Burrow's not himself. He should not be playing right now. It's the end of the story. The guy wants to play. The medical staff is obviously clearing him, but he's not 100%. He's 50% at best.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's a combination. I think he's hurt. I don't think he's that bad, right? So he wouldn't have been playing. But I think they're not playing well as of late. But I'm still, I think that they're still a good team, right? It's just
you can't, like if he was 100%, they would have lost like 27-14, 27-17, something like that. Mm-hmm. They would put touchdowns on the board.
They've had two really.
You have one of the best wide receivers in the league, possibly the best trio in the league.
And you're putting up 3 points. Yeah, I get it, but I still like the Bengals, and I'm actually looking at that game this week's slate. Rams and Colts 29-23. They were up 23-0.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened to Rams.
Anthony Richardson mounted a comeback, and they actually probably should have won this game. So at one point I think they were down 23-8. They could have kicked a field goal in the third quarter, and they didn't. They went for it like on 4th and 7 or something.
Yeah, your boy.
I don't know why they didn't just kick the field goal. Yeah. I was watching the game. I'm like, what are these guys doing? Just kick the field goal. And then you're down 23-11 and move on. It's still the third quarter, dude. What are you guys acting like you're down by 5 touchdowns?
Right.
You're going for it 4th and 7 or something on like the 35-yard line. Dude, get out of here. Buccaneers 26-9 against the Saints. I had that game. The Saints their offense looks ridiculous. I don't know. Is it Carr? Is this guy
the Carr wasn't fully ready.
I mean, and these guys just look like crap.
Yeah.
Their offense does not look good at all throughout the season. Eagles 31-34. Commanders gave them everything they can handle on that one,
sure.
Big Ree.
So I have a question for you. Do you go for 2? I would 100% have gone for 2.
When they tied it up?
Yeah.
When it was 31-30?
Yeah.
I was thinking that. I was like, oh, these guys, so so backstory on that is I had somebody that had a huge amount of money on the Eagles money line, okay? Huge amount of money on Eagles money line. They had that parlay to the Niners money line and some other stuff in college. So the last 2 legs on the thing were Eagles money line and Niners money line, okay, going into Sunday. And I'm pretty sure the payout just on that was, I think it was something around like 35 grand, okay?
Okay.
35 grand. This is heavy betting, okay? This is not some, and that's all they had. So then when in my head, I was like, if the Commanders get this last touchdown, are they gonna go for 2? In my head, I was like, dude, how much are you sweating when you got 35K on the line and now these guys just go for 2 and you're donezo? What do you think?
At that point, I'm just hedging it. Like in the middle of the third, or I just hedge it.
No, forget about the hedge. Let's not even talk about that. Let's talk just about the 2-point conversion.
You're sweating it for sure.
No, but are you going for it? What's your thought? Are you?
I'm going for 2, 100% if I'm the coach.
I agree, 100%, Big Ree.
He's just trying to say, oh, they were tired, bro. They're going to have to go to overtime now. They went 3 and out. And
you're guaranteed going to overtime. Then you don't know how the coin toss is going to go. You have to, in order for you to not give Philly the ball back, you have to get the ball, win the coin toss, and do a touchdown, not just a field goal. Yeah. And I think you have a chance with a 1-2-point conversion to go 3-1 on the season.
Exactly.
I really think they should have gone for it. So you got to have it in you. But you don't have the cojones. Vikings beat Panthers 21-13. Texans beat up on the Steelers. I said Steelers at 53 total yards in the first half. They look like crap. Pickett looked like crap. Give credit to the Texans. They looked good at home.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the heck happened to the Steelers. I mean, offensively, defensively. And Mike Tomlin accepted it. He said, we're going to make changes. Obviously, that something's going to change. And Pickett might not play this week. Obviously, your boy Mitchell Trubisky.
Potentially, but that guy he's never been able to put it together. He's a decent backup, but I don't know if I trust him as a full-timer. Real quick, let's get into Dallas beat up on the Patriots 38-3.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect that even though I picked the Cowboys, but kudos to the Cowboys.
The boys came to play, and the Niners beat up on the Cardinals, even though this was a close game going into the fourth.
It was a close game.
Cardinals gave them what they could handle, but Niners, ended up winning by 19.
So I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Christian McCaffrey is having a really good season.
Very good.
And he's 7th in the MVP odds.
Yep.
Non-quarterback.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about this?
I mean, I've been saying it for a while that I think it's a running back or a receiver is due to win it, right?
Yeah.
But they're going to have a great season.
Yeah, he's definitely he had 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. What's his odds right now?
I think 22-1.
Maybe some value there if you think he's going to continue. And I think more importantly, is he going to stay healthy and play the whole season?
25-1. So all the books are different.
25-1 is nice. Obviously, they're going to probably, I think the Niners go 13-4 at least, right?
Yeah.
So, so I think that's a solid. The question is, does he stay healthy?
He was 50-1 last week before having this 4-piece.
Yeah, I mean, 4-piece is a big deal. I mean, you got to just, if you think he's going to keep it up, he's going to have a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah.
And Purdy doesn't have too many touchdowns, so it looks like McCaffrey will get a load of those. I don't know. I mean, I think there's value there for sure. I don't want to say there's not.
Yeah, for sure.
The Brock is looking pretty good, Big Ree.
Yeah, for sure.
This guy is definitely looking good. We'll see if he can, but he's looking good. I got to give him credit. He's doing what he needs to do. It'll be a big matchup this week. And then the Jets, obviously, Chiefs beat the Jets 23-20.
I mean, everyone's obviously mad about the slide.
Oh, yeah, that was huge that, Mahomes slid in, but that's a veteran QB knowing what to do. He should have ran it in, honestly. They weren't going to
That's what everyone's talking about, but no one's talking about the interception where there was no damn penalty, and the ref clearly threw the flag after the interception.
Yeah.
So no one's talking about that.
I'm not going to get into that, but look, I think the Chiefs, honestly, they were up, 17-0?
Yeah.
And then just let the Jets come back. So, I don't know. Look, the Chiefs won, and, they got the W 3-1. Seahawks 24-3 against the Giants on Monday night. And that was it. Let's move on, Big Ree. Let's get into the BS segment of the show. Big Ree, it looks like we got a Las Vegas trip coming up soon.
Yeah.
Soon, potentially.
Potentially.
Next weekend or the weekend after. Yeah. We're still finalizing stuff. So, but on that note, we're definitely going to, if we are on the next week's video, we'll have some plans by next week's video, and we'll set up some meetup at one of the sports books to watch a game, and anybody that's in town can come by, and, definitely love meeting. Last time we had a good turnout, so hopefully we have a pretty good turnout. Yeah, we had a
great turnout last time.
Hopefully we have that continues this week, but it's tricky because it just depends who's in town or people that are in Vegas. So that's always fun, watching a game and, rooting, hopefully we'll watch a game that we pick. And so, but on that note, I was thinking, where are we going to stay, Big Ree? I know normally we like the Venetian, but I was thinking about maybe changing it up. We got potentially, the Circa has this really nice sports book, obviously the best book in Vegas, but it's just off the Strip. So
you got to stay on the Strip. It's no questions asked.
So you're not about that downtown Fremont vibe.
You can always drive there, but you got to stay on the Strip.
I agree. So what do you think? I'm thinking maybe the Aria.
Aria could be nice. Bellagio.
I don't know. Wynn. Really don't stay at Wynn too often. You want to stay at the Wynn?
We'll figure it out with the squad.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. I'll probably just stick with the regular.
All right. Well, we'll figure that out once we finalize the plans. We got a lot of options. I'm pumped though. It's going down for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
And we'll get into, once we know the plans, we'll get into a little Vegas itinerary recap because there's nothing like all the food in Vegas.
Egg and I can't fucking wait for my muffin.
Yeah, I cannot wait. Obviously, Egg and I, but we'll get into that. I've been following some Vegas foodies on Instagram,
which is great.
To try to get see some spots that we can hit up.
Can't wait to get my donut.
Oh, the Pink Box?
Yeah.
Oh, cannot wait for Pink Box donuts. But I'm getting hungry, man. Cannot wait for Pink Box donuts. It's gonna be good. What else? What else is going on, Big Ree?
That's pretty much it.
Hey, I forgot to ask you. Did you ever get your recliner?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad. You got a recliner and you're enjoying the football, the Saturday and Sunday morning, reclining on the couch. Nothing like that.
Yeah.
You know what I got recently? So on the recliners, like some of the newer recliners, they actually have the cup holders.
Yeah.
So the recliner we have, there's no cup holders.
Right.
So on Amazon, I ordered some of those little tray tables.
Yeah.
So you just put the little tray table right next there, got your food, your drink right there. 4-pack was like $50 on Amazon. Coming in handy, Big Ree.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it.
Okay.
Unless you already got like a nice side table with the recliner. So I'm trying to think about your setups. I've been there to watch some games. I don't think you got a coffee table, but you don't got a side table, right?
I don't have a side table.
So those come in handy, Big Ree.
Yeah.
Those come in handy, and I'm pumped about this weekend. Are we doing anything this weekend, Big Ree?
I don't know. We'll see.
You in the mood for anything?
Maybe. We'll see.
Oh wait, what do you mean you'll see? Why are you BSing me? I just forgot you're going to be out of town, and you want to tell me you'll see. Big Ree is telling me he's going to be out of town for the weekend, going up north, and you want to act like, oh, we'll see. Big Ree is always trying to play with me. This is ridiculous. So are you excited about your trip?
Yeah.
How excited are you?
Very.
Okay. So you're going to be out there, what, 4 or 5 days?
4 days. 4 days.
Nice. Okay. So then you're going to be out. So I'm going to have to figure out this weekend. Oh, that's right. You're going to be out of town. I'm trying to hit up that USC football game. Might be hitting up the SC football game this weekend.
Yeah, you and the rest of the squad.
USC versus Arizona.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna try to hit that up, and then definitely if we're going out, there's gonna be some night festivities going down.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm thinking I'm in the mood. We haven't hit up our spot in LA in a while, the Big Al's Pizzeria. That place is fire.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe that's going to be on the list. Haven't been there in a long time, Big Ree.
Yeah.
Or maybe Smoke and Fire.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I don't know. We'll see. It's going to... I'll figure it out. Went to Baskin Robbins over this weekend.
Nice.
But I didn't get a cappuccino blast, Big Ree.
Okay.
I did not get a cappuccino blast, which is my go-to. And I did not go to our regular Baskin Robbins.
Wow.
Yeah, I was running out doing some errands. It was actually not even that hot on Sunday. I went on Sunday. It was actually, I think, 65 degrees.
Yeah, it was actually cold. I was freezing.
On the gauge, but I was just out and I was like, you know what? Kind of on a doozy, honestly. I think it was in the afternoon after, a doozy morning games, and I was like, damn, need something to cheer me up. Went to Baskin Robbins, got a scoop of cookies and cream ice cream. Cookies and cream with the sprinkles. Shout out the kid working there, hooked it up with the sprinkles. And I don't know if it was just that I needed that for the day, but it's probably one of the best scoops of ice cream I had.
Yeah.
Cookies and cream with sprinkles. Fire.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot go wrong with Baskin Robbins ice cream. I told you, I don't like this fancy stuff, man. Even though, I'll eat it and some of these places are good, but you can't go wrong with Baskin Robbins, Big Ree.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was good. Ice cream cheered me up. There's one other thing. They had some new flavor, some apple cider flavor.
Yeah.
How does that sound to you? Wait, what's the date today? Oh, man. Dude, we just missed it. I'm just realizing we missed the scoop night on the 31st.
We will go on Halloween. Trick or treat.
Let's go, for sure. Are you down?
Yeah,
We're calling it right now.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna get like 4 scoops. Gonna get 4 scoops on Halloween.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
4
and
scoops,
okay, so that's good. Okay, that I feel good about that. We're gonna have once we figure out about the Vegas trip, we're gonna have a Vegas edition episode on here. We're gonna get into into the Vegas itinerary.
Yeah, I think we should move on to the video.
Okay, so let's get into some shout-outs, Big Ree.
So there weren't too many shout-outs, but I'll start with Via Jesus. He said Big Ree and Ace are always coming in with the fire content.
All right, Jesus, we appreciate it, brother. Shout out to Mark Davidson. Good work. You guys are the best, and we appreciate all the loyal viewers and subscribers and members, and people have been rolling with us for a long time. So once that comment hits and we get that notification, like we already expected. But on that note, Big Ree, I'm like, dude, we need to set up a live call-in episode. I want the viewers to call in and we just chop it up.
Yeah.
We got to set that up, Big Ree.
Yeah.
So that would be a good episode. We can put that in live, and that would be great. So we got to set that up. All right, bro. Let's continue with the shout out.
Shout out to Isaac Washington. This guy called Houston beating Jacksonville.
Serious?
Yeah. He said they always beat Jacksonville. He said it when they play, no matter what.
Isaac Washington. Shout out. That's a big call, man. I didn't see that coming. Like, look, I did not see that coming, and that's a
Even
fire pick.
Even though they played in week 3. Because Jacksonville played it in London versus the Falcons.
Yeah, but the week before. That's a fire pick. They destroyed them.
And then everyone else was just talking. They love the parlays and the bankroll, so we'll get into that.
Yeah, so we're gonna figure that out, boys and girls, on the member-only videos, where we're gonna be just giving you guys some fire picks with some bankrolls and some, thought process on that. Shout out to the Kid Blue and DK from Monterey Park, California. So hope you're doing good, Blue. When we gonna get some boba, kid? What else?
I want to give a special shout out to one of my boys. I want to give a shout out to my boy in Germany, Frankfurt, Colo Chini.
Colo! How's your boy doing? How's the boy Colo doing? My boy with the PhD. And this is not the PhD play I hate a degree. This is the legitimate. The guy's a PhD. So shout out to Colo, PhD in Germany. That guy's legit, man. Colo's the real deal. The real deal, Colo Chini.
Yeah.
And then, what's up? You know what? I want to give a shout out. Your boy. What's your boy? Teak? Tariq? Teak. Shout out to Teak. Word on the street is your boy might come out to Vegas.
Yeah, that's right, Teak.
All right, Teak. I want to see you out in LV.
Denver, Colorado.
From Denver. Was he from Colorado Springs or?
Centennial. Exactly.
Centennial. So, Teak, if you can make it out to LV, I haven't even met your boy Teak yet.
Yeah.
What's up with that guy? Is he a good dude?
Yeah,
he's a good dude. He's gonna live up the atmosphere in LV.
Yeah, for sure. He'll definitely. He's like one of your other friends. He's like an identical, if you know who I'm talking about.
But is he contained in the sense, or is it going to be a problem?
Yeah, he's contained. No,
is it going to be a problem?
No, he's contained.
It's not going to be a babysitting situation.
No, he won't be a babysitting.
Okay, all right then. Well, Teak, man, let us know. We'll let you know once we finalize plans. But it'd be nice to get Teak out there. All right, I think let's get into the picks, Big Ree. Anything else you want to say?
That's it. Let's get into the picks.
All right. Here we go, boys and girls. Aquí vamos, chicos y chicas. Let's go. Game 1. We got the New Orleans Saints, New Orleans, at the New England Patriots. The Patriots are 1-point favorite here. New Orleans coming off a 26-9 loss to Tampa Bay. They are 2-2 on the season. Only 197 total yards. They looked horrible, Big Ree, and they were at home. And they looked horrible. They're on a 2-game losing streak. And honestly, they just looked really bad, right? Really looked bad. The offense is not looking good, Big Ree. Look, they have not scored over 20 points all season long. They scored 16, 20, 17, and 9. I mean, when you got Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, Rashid, they got the guy, what's his name, Rashid?
Rashid Rice?
No, he's on the...
That's on the Chiefs, right?
On the Chiefs. And then Rashid Shaheed. They got Kamara, and you guys are now putting up 20 points. I mean, they got Taysom Hill. I mean, what the hell is going on here?
Sucks.
You think he sucks?
Yeah, he's complete trash.
I don't know, man. I think situational, I like his game. Quarterback Carr, 190 yards per game, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Oh, you didn't draft him on your fantasy team.
Absolutely no. I have Dak, unfortunately.
Dak.
Trash. I'll get into him.
Yeah, I mean, he's not putting up fantasy points this year. Honestly, their defense is average defense for the Saints. The Patriots 1-3. They're coming off a 38-3 beatdown by Dallas. They looked bad. They had 3 turnovers in the game, and they gave up 2 defensive touchdowns. That's really, I mean, you're giving up 2 defensive touchdowns. That has a potentially anywhere from a 14 to 28 point swing.
Yeah.
How are you going to win games like that? You cannot win games. Only win on the season was to the Jets, 15-10. Mac Jones is playing average, and I know you're not a fan of Mac Jones. You've been saying that for a while, but I like him to pick it up here. I like him to have a good game. And here's my thoughts for this game. First of all, the Patriots are at home after back-to-back road games. Back-to-back road games, they are back. They have 3 losses on the season, Big Ree.
Yeah.
They're 1-3. Philadelphia, Miami, and Dallas. Those 3 teams are combined 10-2. Okay? 10-2. So they're losing to really good teams. Look, they also played solid defenses in Jets, Dallas, and Philly. Those are not just doozy of defense. And I like the Patriots here. I think the Saints got some real problems on defense. Patriots are at home. And so I'm taking the Patriots -1, game 2. We got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Arizona Cardinals. The Bengals are a 3-point favorite here, 1-3. Coming off a 27-3 loss at Tennessee. They looked bad, but, got to give Tennessee credit. They controlled the clock. They controlled the clock in this game. Derrick Henry played well. And they also have had a tough schedule. It's not like they've had an easy schedule. All the teams that they have played are at least 500.
Yeah.
At least 500 on the season. Joe Burrow is looking bad, though.
For sure.
I mean, 57% completion, 4.8 yards average, and 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's clearly not himself. He's not 100%. You said this, but I don't think it's a reaction where this guy is 50%. I think he's probably 70%, 75%. He's not throwing the ball deep. They're just trying to keep it, controlled. But he's not looking good. We have to put that on the table. Then we got the Cardinals, 1-3, coming off a 35-16 loss to the Niners. And look, they hung around here, but it never felt like they actually had a chance to win. I don't think anybody felt like, hey, these guys are going to actually potentially upset the Niners. Josh Dobbs is honestly playing pretty decent, but I'm not buying this guy as anything more than a game manager. And none of the opponents that they have played, except for Dallas, have a top 15 pass defense. None of them. Except for Dallas. And honestly, look, they played the Commanders. They lost, right? They lost to the Commanders. They played the Giants. They lost. Both of those are crappy teams. Giants are horrible.
Yeah.
And Commanders, they're 2-2, but I'm not buying them. They beat Dallas, but that was a fluke win, in my opinion. And here's my thoughts. They lost to the Niners by 19. So they lost to the Niners by 19, and they were a 14-point dog, right?
Yeah.
They were a 14-point dog to the Niners, and now they're only a 3-point dog to Cincinnati. And Cincinnati just got spanked 27-3, and they're a 3-point favorite here on the road. This is exactly like last week when the Bills were a 2.5-point favorite against Miami to beat, the Broncos by 50. Don't get fooled here, boys and girls. This is a joke. I like Cincinnati to bounce back and get the W. I'm taking Cincinnati -3. All right, game 3, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Minnesota Vikings. The Chiefs are a 5-point favorite. Kansas City coming off a 23-3 win versus the Jets. That was your pick, Big Ree, and you covered the Jets +9. Look, they were up 17-0 in the first quarter. And then they got outscored 20-6 after that. Offense honestly looked bad after that 17-0 start. You muster up 6 points for the rest of the game. And their defense, everyone wants to talk about they have a good defense. They made Zach Wilson look like a legitimate starting quarterback in this league.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you saw this, but after the game, I think it was Chris Jones. He actually defended Zach Wilson because I think it was one of the NBC guys who called Zach Wilson garbage.
Really?
And Chris Jones defended him.
Wow, that's impressive. And here's my thought on Zach Wilson real quickly. I said he was going to be a bust coming out of BYU. The kid is young. He should never be starting at this point at all. And I think he can develop into a solid backup person and can come in. But this guy should never be a full-time starter, not yet. He hasn't proved it yet. And I feel bad because he was going to learn under A-Rod and then develop. I think that was going to do really good. Give him 2 years under A-Rod. But unfortunately, he's thrown in the fire, and he showed something. Yeah. You got to give him credit. He showed something.
And he won his first game, too, so.
What do you mean?
The Bills.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. You got it. That's true. He won against the Bills, and he showed something against the Chiefs here.
Yeah.
But he still has got a lot of. Still has a lot to learn. But here's the thing. Look, the Chiefs are on a 3-game winning streak here. Since the 21-20 loss to Detroit in opening night. And the teams that they have beat, though, they have 3 wins. They beat the Bears, they beat the Jets, and they beat the Jags, right? Those teams are 3-9 combined. 3-9 combined. Mahomes, all of his numbers are down this year to start the season. 64% completion, 250 yards per game when he averages about 300, 7.7 yards on average per pass when he averages over 8 touchdowns and 4 interceptions on the season. All his numbers are down because he has no weapons. This guy has got no weapons this year.
He's got to feed Kelsey all day. Keep feeding Kelsey.
He's got to feed Kelsey, but I don't know if that's enough, Big Ree. Is that enough?
Let the boy eat.
You know, they got Rashee Rice, the rookie out of SMU.
He's been throwing to Noah Gray a lot.
Noah Gray. Here's a question for you, Big Ree. Here's a question. I'm going to give you an opportunity, Big Ree. I'm going to give you an opportunity to win $100. And I hope you don't take my $100 again, but I know the viewers like this $100 throwaway, Big Ree. $100 for you, right on the money.
Okay.
Do you know who the Kansas City leading in receiving yards is? The receiver that's leading the Chiefs in receiving yards. $100 right now.
Rashee Rice.
Nope. That's wrong. The person that's leading the receiving yards, Justin Watson.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get.
Did you even know who that guy is? Yeah.
I was gonna go. I was thinking about Marquez Valdez.
Banton. And here's another. I'm gonna leave this on the table. I'm gonna give you one more opportunity to win that right now. Justin Watson, 27 years old. What school did he go to? It's probably tough, but you know you got $100 on the line, Big Ree.
Tennessee.
No. He went to the University of Penn. Shout out to Moondog, University of Pennsylvania, Wharton School of Business. But yeah, I gave you an opportunity, Big Ree. I didn't think you were going to know that.
100% of the shots.
Yeah, but you know, just look. Anyhow, so look, that guy's your leading receiver. They got problems with lack of weapons. Minnesota 1-3, coming off a 21-13 win versus Carolina. First win of the season for Minnesota, but they have 11 turnovers on the season, Big Ree. 11 turnovers. 11. That's crazy. Cousins is playing solid. 68% completion, 11 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. Number 3 in the league in pass yards. Their 3 losses on the season are to teams that are combined 9-3. So they're losing the teams that are winning. Wide receiver Justin Jefferson leading the league in receiving yards, 543. And here's a stat for you, Big Ree. Look, Minnesota in their last 16 home games have lost by more than 5 only twice in the last 16 home games. Spread here is 5. Chiefs are on back-to-back road games. First of all, I got the Chiefs on upset alert here. I have the Chiefs on upset alert. I think the Vikings can pull the upset here. This is my lock of the week, boys and girls. I'm taking Minnesota +5. All right, Big Ree, let's go.
The first game I got is the Texans at the Falcons. We 23 the Texans coming off a 30-6 win versus the Steelers. Obviously, the Falcons came off a 23-7 loss to the Jaguars. The Falcons have been looking really bad. Back-to-back losses. They lost to the Lions the prior week. CJ Stroud has been looking really, really good. As I thought he would. I didn't think it would be this quick. He had 304 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Dameon Pierce is looking good. Rookie wide receiver Nico Collins is looking really good.
Yep.
And this Texans offense is just killing it. They beat a good Steelers team. They were at home. And in my opinion, I think everyone is going to be down on Atlanta here. Excuse me. And they're favored for a reason. And I think Vegas is going to get everyone here. And I'm going to roll with the Falcons -2. I'm taking the Falcons -2. The next game I got is the Eagles at the Rams. We got the Eagles coming off a 34-31 overtime win, as we discussed earlier. Rams coming off a 29-23 OT win, as we talked about earlier as well. Rams were up big, as Ace mentioned it. They blew it. They should have won that easily. Eagles let Commanders stay in that game. They gave them the opportunity at the end.
Yep.
Eagles are 4-0, so they look good. But I'm not impressed with any single win. They beat the Patriots 25-20 week 1. They were up 17-0. They beat the Vikings 34-28. We watched that game together.
Yep.
That was the DeAndre Swift game. And then Week 3, they beat the Bucs 25-11, probably their best win of the season. And then last week, Rams 2-2. They lost to the Niners, who are possibly the best team in the NFL in my opinion, and lost to the Bengals. And Rams have been playing a lot better. than I expected. And I think Cooper Kupp, even with him out, rookie wide receiver Puka has been playing great, along with running back Kerwin Williams. This is going to be a good game. I definitely got the Eagles on upset alert, and I'm taking the Rams +4. I think the Rams win straight out too.
Ooh.
The last game I got is the Sunday night game. We got the Cowboys traveling to Santa Clara to Levi's Stadium to take on the 49ers. The Cowboys coming off a 38-3 blowout win versus the Patriots. 49ers coming off a 35-16 win versus the Cardinals. As you mentioned, they did win by 19, but they were struggling this game, and Josh Dobbs was giving them trouble. The Cowboys have looked impressive this season so far. I'll give it to them. But the one person who we talked about earlier who has not looked impressive, Dak Prescott. This guy is so overrated, overhyped, cannot do anything. And last week's win was all about the defense. Pick 6, defensive fumble, touchdown. And 49ers look great. Brock Purdy's doing what he has to do. Christian McCaffrey looks good. You still have Debo, Ayuk, Kittle. And it's also in Santa Clara. I just want everyone to be clear. Don't be fooled on the Cowboys win last week versus the Patriots. This is the easiest pick of the week. Ooh. I'm taking the 49ers -3.5. That's my lock of the week.
All right.
That's
going to be a juicy game, Big Ree.
For sure.
I can't wait for that game, and definitely going to be tuned into that with the popcorn ready, pizza, some wings. It's going to be good. I cannot wait. Is that the Sunday night game?
Sunday night, prime time.
Cannot wait, because I knew last weekend's Sunday night game was going to be a doozy. And so you got the Cowboys and the Niners on Sunday night. Cannot wait, Big Ree. All right, anything else?
That's it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment.